Buckle up, philosophy adventurers. Today, we're diving deep into the wild world of existentialism, the philosophical roller coaster that turns life's biggest questions into an epic journey of self-discovery.
Think of existentialism as the ultimate life hack, a philosophical toolkit for navigating the crazy, unpredictable maze of human experience.
We're about to meet three philosophical superheroes who basically rewrote the rules of how we understand ourselves and our place in the universe.
Imagine existence as the most complex, mind-bending video game ever created, and these philosophers are the ultimate cheat code masters.
Let's kick things off with Friedrich Nietzsche, the rock star philosopher with wild hair and even wilder ideas who basically dropped the most controversial philosophical mic drop in history.
Nietzsche wasn't just some grumpy intellectual. He was a revolutionary thinker who saw that traditional ways of understanding the world were crumbling faster than a house of cards in a hurricane.
His famous declaration, "God is dead," wasn't about atheism. It was about something much deeper, the collapse of traditional belief systems that had guided human understanding for centuries.
Imagine you've been following a super detailed map your entire life. Suddenly, that map becomes completely useless. That's what Nietzsche was talking about.
Traditional religious and moral frameworks were like an old GPS system that suddenly stopped working. Humans now had to navigate life without their familiar roadmap.
But here's the exciting part. Nietzsche saw this as an opportunity, not a disaster. He believed we could create our own meaning, our own values.
Enter the will to power, and no, it's not about becoming some evil dictator or superhuman tyrant.
The will to power is about personal growth, self-improvement, and continuously pushing beyond your current limitations.
Think of it like a video game character constantly leveling up. You're not trying to crush other players. You're trying to become the best version of yourself.
Nietzsche's Übermensch concept is often misunderstood. It's not about racial superiority or creating a master race. That's a massive misinterpretation that totally missed the point.
The Übermensch is more like the ultimate life coach, someone who creates their own values, transcends societal limitations, and continuously grows.
Imagine someone who doesn't just accept life challenges, but sees them as opportunities to become more awesome. That's the Übermensch vibe.
Now let's talk about Jean-Paul Sartre, the philosopher who basically said, "You're free," and that's both amazing and terrifying.
Sartre introduced this mind-blowing concept. Existence precedes essence. In plain English, you're not born with a predetermined purpose. You create yourself through your choices.
It's like being an open world video game where you design your own character, write your own storyline, and determine your own mission.
Remember when you were a kid and could imagine being anything? An astronaut, a rock star, a superhero. Sartre says that's not just child's play. That's literally how life works for everyone.
But freedom comes with a price. Sartre introduced this concept called bad faith, the psychological trick we play on ourselves to avoid taking responsibility for our choices.
Bad faith is like wearing uncomfortable shoes and pretending they feel great. It's a way of lying to yourself about the choices you have.
Staying in a soul-crushing job and saying, "I have no other options." That's bad faith in action.
Sartre would say, take off those metaphorical uncomfortable shoes. Choose differently. You always have a choice.
And then there's Albert Camus, the philosopher who looked at life's randomness and basically said, "This is absurd, but let's have fun anyway."
The absurd is the crazy mismatch between our human desire for meaning and the universe's total indifference.
Imagine throwing an elaborate party and nobody shows up. Not because you're unpopular, but because the universe simply doesn't care.
But here's the plot twist. Camus says we should party anyway. Rebellion against the absurd means living fully despite life's randomness.
It's like dancing in the rain when your picnic gets ruined. You can't control the weather, but you can control your attitude.
Consider contemporary activists fighting climate change. They know saving the planet is incredibly difficult, but they keep fighting because the act of fighting matters.
Philosophers aren't saying life is simple. They're saying life is complex, and that's what makes it beautiful.
Existentialism is basically a user manual for handling life's most challenging levels.
We're not victims of circumstance. We're the authors of our own stories.
Every choice is like writing a sentence in the book of your life. Make it interesting.
Wait, aren't these old European Jews irrelevant today?
Absolutely not. Their ideas are more relevant now than ever in our age of information overload, social media pressure, and constant identity shifts.
In a world where algorithms try to predict our every move, existentialism screams, surprise, you're unpredictable.
Technology wants to reduce you to data points. Existentialism says you're a living, breathing choice, making miracle.
What's the takeaway? Life is like an improvisation class. No predetermined script, just you creating meaning moment by moment.
Embrace uncertainty, choose boldly, create courageously.
Philosophers aren't offering answers. They're offering a revolutionary way of asking questions.
Questions like, who am I becoming? What matters to me? How can I live authentically?
Existentialism isn't about being right. It's about being real.
It's a philosophy that turns life's challenges into opportunities for growth.
Break down some practical ways to apply existentialist thinking in everyday life.
First, recognize that your choices matter. Every decision, no matter how small, is an opportunity for self-creation.
Want to start living more authentically? Begin by questioning these scripts you've been following.
Are you in your current job because you genuinely want to be, or because someone else told you it was the right path?
Challenge your assumptions. Ask yourself why you believe what you believe.
Practice radical honesty, first with yourself, then with others.
Embrace uncertainty. Not knowing everything is okay. In fact, it's exciting.
Remember, existentialism is about continuous becoming. You're not a fixed point, but a process.
Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself. Your past doesn't define your future.
Seek experiences that challenge you, that push you outside your comfort zone.
Create meaningful connections. Authenticity isn't about isolation. It's about genuine human interaction.
Practice empathy while maintaining your individual perspective.
Recognize that everyone is on their own journey of self-creation.
Be kind to yourself. Self-creation is a lifelong process, not a destination.
Thanks for joining our philosophical adventure. Remember, you're the hero of your own story.
Keep questioning, keep choosing, keep becoming.
Until next time, embrace the beautiful complexity of existence.
Philosophy isn't just about thinking, it's about living.